Hello there, my fellow Taurus here at Enchanted Emerald. This is Melissa bringing you another reading for the month of December 2021. As I step into your energy, Taurus, this month I really feel as though this is going to be a month of a little bit of indecision for you. But overall, I do feel as though even though there's going to be some turmoil, some indecision, if you're giving yourself the rest that you need, honoring those feelings as you make this transition, coming to the other side of this, you will be babied by Spirit, ushering in this beautiful new direction for you. You're going to be closing out cycles, so this is big energy for you. It's going to take a little bit of energy for you to process this, and you will in the end ultimately be ushering into a new era, being catapulted to next level. So I really dig this for you, Taurus, and I am a Taurus as well, so let's get started here. I do feel the words harmony coming in also with this hypnotic type energy. So I do feel that there could be some fatigue setting in at times, feeling as though you're just like going through the motions, doing what you have to do to get through each and every day. That's that hypnotic type feel that I feel with that. So you could feel like you're just like walking through life, going through the day-to-day, doing the daily grind, doing what you have to do. But overall, I do feel that this harmony that is there for you to harness, it's going to come through knowing that there is no longer going to be an indecision. You're going to be solid in a decision as you get mid-month, right? So stepping into the first through the fourth, Taurus, we have the Four of Swords. I'm really feeling with this, there could be a truce, right, that you have to come to a mutually agreed upon truce where you are just saying, okay, enough is enough. Like, I'm tired of fighting. I just need to take a time out. I feel like there's a lot of stress, a lot of turmoil. You're feeling overwhelmed to start this month off. And I do feel as though you just need some time to maybe gather your thoughts and honor that extra rest that you need in some meditation, right? I feel as though there is a bit of surrender here in terms of meeting this person's demands. I feel like they have maybe read out like a list of demands to you, and now you're like, okay, well, let me think about that. And you're thinking about like how you want to respond. And Spirit is saying, listen, it's important for you to ask. Maybe feeling like they're not honoring your truth, not honoring your desires, not honoring your needs, right? What I do feel with this too is that, at the end of the day, if respect is not being served, it's okay for you to demand it. And you can demand that in terms of not only, asking for your needs to be met, saying this is what I will and won't tolerate, or this is what I need from you, taking what you need, right? Taking the time that you need. But then also you're going to demand that respect in the way that you carry yourself, saying this is not okay. This is what I'm not going to tolerate. This is how you will and won't treat me, and setting that forward. Now, it will get a little bit worse probably before it gets better, but on the other side of that, I feel like things will lighten. If they don't lighten for you, if they don't shift, then that will be up to you ultimately if that's a choice that you want to make in terms of, does this situation stay in my life, right? Because you know your worth. Taurus knows their worth, and Taurus is very much not going to put up with things. So moving into the 5th through the 11th, we have the World card. I really feel with this, there's been a bit of a transition for you, maybe over the course of the last 2-3 months. And I feel with this too is that it's something that you have been fighting, like knock down, drag out, fight. Okay, you've been fighting yourself in making this transition, because I feel like this has been like long, drawn out conclusions that you've been coming to, right? Like not wanting to let go of the past to move into this new cycle that's coming in for you, right? And I do feel as though you carry this like deep fire that burns within you, this deep passion. You're very passionate about what you do, and where you just didn't want that flame to go out, right? That's what I feel with that. And so almost to the point where you wanted that fire to keep burning, and you were fighting for that so much that you got scorched in the meantime, right? Those embers were still burning, they were glowing, and you were fighting for those embers to stay lit, and so in the meantime you got scorched. You got like completely burnt out. And so you put up a good fight. I do feel as though, you know, now you've come to some sort of a realization here that, like, gosh, this isn't even worth fighting for anymore. Like, this doesn't resonate. This isn't meant for me. You got to a point where you realized, I guess there's no turning back anymore, right? And I feel that. I feel that strongly. I feel like you realize there's no turning back, where you can see that this person's head is clearly turned in a one direction, right? In one direction. There is no indecision in this. This will be the turning point. This will be the point where you're like, okay, this is the direction I have to go. This is no longer in indecision, but you know this is what you're doing. So you're looking forward to this new beginning. And now you don't exactly know what the future holds. It's scary. So of course you were fighting it, right? Change is scary for Taurus. And so, you know, for me as a Taurus, you know, I find as I get older, I'm no longer willing to embrace change as willingly as I was when I was younger. So I think that, you know, that also has a factor with that as well. But I think now is a space and time, the 5th through the 11th, you know, where you're going to be, you know, preemptively planning things, where you're going to be like planning your next move. You're going to make sure that your ducks are in a row so that you're set up so that when new opportunities come in, you can accept them if you feel that they are meant for you. So that you are, you know, like going to be balanced enough to make sure that you are preparing for all of the possible outcomes, right? And so you're making sure that this is the space that you're channeling that fire energy into, right? Just also trying to honor that flow. And that's a beautiful energy to be in for the 5th through the 11th, right? Creating space for spirit to show up. And so that's great. Moving into the 12th through the 18th, we have the Fool with the 9 of Cups. Now, the Fool with the 9 of Cups, there is a lyric that comes through, and I believe it's like Gavin DeGraw, I think that sings it, but it says, "This is the start of something new, don't you, or something good, don't you agree? This is the start of something good, don't you agree?" I think that the song is actually called Follow Through. Okay, so this is a beautiful lyric, okay, because I feel like this is a turning point, right? I think this is a great place to be, especially as we're starting to think about what 2022 is going to be bringing in for us. So I feel like this is like a mother energy, an empress type energy that I feel with this, okay? Like birthing new ideas, right? I feel like where you feel all of these possibilities that are available to you, and you have like all of these things going through your mind, like I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, right? And so you understand that where there's a will, there's a way, okay? And you feel this on a deep level, that you understand that there is, you know, like a rolling of the dice, and that when you roll that dice, yes, that's taking a shot, that's taking a chance, like out in Vegas, right? But I do feel like this is going to be good energy. I feel like everything will come up roses for you. You've got your wishes fulfilled with this, okay? Now understand too, you know, with this, that, you know, even if it's a plain Jane, that's the words that come through, plain Jane. Even if it's plain Jane, like you don't have to be fancy to succeed. You don't have to have all of the modern gadgets to stand out, to do a really good job. You don't have to be super extra with, like, you know, what you're doing, and you can still succeed. So just start something, start somewhere, do something, okay? But take that chance and take a shot and put all bets on yourself. That's really what I'm feeling for that, for this week for Taurus. So beautiful energy. And follow through, right? Just like the song says, follow through. So make sure that you're doing things to, you know, make sure that you're not just taking that action like one time, but you're consistent with it so that you can see results and you can feel accomplished. Because I'll tell you what, like when you get like a year from now, you don't want to be like, man, I wish I had, or like to be starting from square one again, right? But to be consistently doing that, because you know where you don't want to be, right? There's always contrast that's being shown to us each and every day. Where we're at and what we want are completely different, right? So your vision board is going to look different from where you are currently in this life right now. But where you can be and what you're focusing on is where you can be, say, a year from now. And so a year from now, you don't want to be in the same place and then still saying, oh, I wish I had, you know, I could have, right? Start somewhere, do something, and start getting that momentum going toward building your dreams, building your future, okay? Moving into the 19th through the 25th, we have the Six of Wands. So absolutely victorious, successful energy coming in for you, okay? So I feel like this is victorious energy. This is in all avenues, okay? And I feel with this is like no regrets, right? Like I said what I said, right? Like I feel like you're going to be at peace, making sure that you're following through with all of your solutions. I feel like your execution is going to be flawless, okay? Like in the grand scheme of things, sure, you know, you might not like have done it exactly how it needed to be done. There might be things that, you know, were mishaps, or there were mistakes. But in the end, you're going to be successful, and that's what matters, right? Because we're human and we do make mistakes. So don't be focusing on the mistakes. Learn from them, right? Grow from them. I'm not saying don't acknowledge them. What I am saying is, in the grand scheme of things, when you're looking back on this portion of your life and you're taking stock of what happened, you will remember that you were successful at doing it because you tried and you learned along the way about yourself, right? And so, you know, I feel like it's like your makeup staying on point throughout your workout, even though you were sweating, right? Like your execution will be flawless, right? That's what I feel with it. Like you will be like going through the motions and doing what you have to do, and in the end, even though you might be all sweaty and yucky, like you're still gonna look fab. You know, like that's what I feel with that, right? So I feel like you know, with this as well, it's like you could be drawing a blank in terms of, you know, like you're going to forget exactly what it took to get you where you are. You're going to forget exactly how much effort that it took to get you to this victorious portion in your life. You're going to like look back on things and you're going to remember, oh, I was successful. And that's a great thing. But you're going to remember, you know, the mistakes because we highlight those things. You're going to remember them because you learned from them. But what it's important here too is not to forget the blood, the sweat, the tears that you put into getting yourself here, and give yourself some credit for that, okay? You know, I really feel like through all of this, you know, because we tend to be very critical of ourselves, I feel what's being highlighted is those mistakes. I feel that they're highlighting the fact that that's what we're focusing on. I understand that, like, we will have mistakes. We will have those stepping stones to growth, right? Now, and we see that as a negative, but if that was a tool that we learned from that got us where we are now, or where we were, right, when we're looking back in the future on this, like, can we regret that really? Probably not, right? So, you know, it's important to understand that, you know, there will be casualties in a battle, right? And, you know, was that mistake just a simple casualty that, like, gosh, I had to learn that the hard way, and you learned from it, right? And so it got you to where you want to be, and now you can see, you're at the top of the mountain and you can see on the horizon, and you know everything that is happening. You know exactly where you want to go. You know more about yourself now and your abilities and your capabilities, right? To, you know, get to the top of that hill and to climb that mountain, right? And so, you know, I feel as though it's important to understand that you need to be able to use all of your resources. Okay, so whatever is available to you. And so like, let's talk actual physical resources. So when we're talking about our finances, people look at debt as like a very negative thing. They have a negative connotation to debt. Now, can that be a bad thing? Sure. But is your credit card also a tool? Absolutely, right? Is it going to get you the shoes that you need on your feet so that you can stand at work and be comfortable? If that's what it takes to get you started at your job, to be comfortable and you're taking care of yourself, you know, can you regret that? It's like getting yourself all of the resources that you need to go to battle and then be like, well, you know, I succeeded, and you know, I totally regret having my ammo and my gun getting through that battle, right? Like you just can't, right? So don't be so restrictive in terms of like how you're looking at things, and don't be so hard on yourself and critical on yourself, right? Those things will wash away. Those things will take care of themselves in time, right? Just think of things as being provided to you as an opportunity or as a tool to get you through to the other side. And here you are at the other side, totally successful. And when you're looking at things in your life that you've had to go through that were really difficult or really hard or really strenuous for you, you want to win that battle. It's about winning that battle. It's about getting through that. And so, you know, you're going to learn about yourself and you're going to do whatever it takes. And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. No regrets. Okay? So, again, like I said what I said, I did what I did, and here we are, and I'm victorious. And so, don't forget though, all the hard work that you put into getting yourself here. Give yourself a pat on the back and know that everything will work out for the best in the end as well. All right, moving into the 26th through the 31st, we had 4 cards actually that came up. So I'm going to hold them up together. So we have the Lovers card with the Devil card. So really repeating some things that may not be so healthy for us. With the Wheel of Fortune. And then finally moving from that with this Chariot card. So I really love that. We're talking about doing our work, doing our inner work, letting things go, moving forward. And so, you know, I feel with this is that there is like an ultimate takeover. Like at some point, you're going to realize that the people that you are surrounded by are a complete reflection of you. You're going to realize that there's truth in that crowd. Your truth is in that crowd. And so you're going to also see that we are all one. You're going to see yourself in these people around you. And I love that so much. You're going to realize that there's so much external support for you as you navigate this life and as you navigate this energy. And things are kind of difficult right now. And so you're seeing yourself in others, and there's a lot more empathy and emotion. And I love this connection so much. Where you're going to see yourself reflected back from others that you're encountering in your life. Okay, so this is the crowd that I'm talking about. Whether it's your support people, whether it's your coworkers, whether it's your family, whether it's your partner. Whoever that is, there's gonna be like a defining moment, possibly even this week, where you are like, whoa, I see myself in that person. I see that struggle that they're going through, and I've also been through that, or I'm going through that, right? So you're gonna see that. You're gonna see exactly how much we are all one, And when one hurts, we all hurt, and you're going to see yourself reflected back from that person. Whether they're struggling with self-doubt, whether they're struggling with irrational fears, right? You are going to see some neurotic tendencies maybe. Maybe you also have neurotic tendencies where your mood changes quickly and you have anxiety related to some of these irrational fears that come up for us as we navigate these energies, these things in life that we have to go through. Maybe it's a constant battle for you not to be shy. Maybe it's a constant battle for you to not doubt yourself as you stand in your truth, or as you just navigate your everyday life, right? You're constantly doubting yourself. You're constantly worrying, should I have said that? Did I say the right thing? Was I supportive enough? Right? Those type of things can come up. So at some point though, you will, I don't know if it's going to be like an actual conscious decision, but I do feel as though your intuition is going to take over, right? Your intuition is going to override this ego chatter that's going on in your mind. And it's like this mode where you're going to stay in that. And the energies are coming in to support that. And you are going to realize that you love this space. And you love when you can do this. And so it's like letting it go for the greater good. And so you're finally able to let that shit go. You're finally able to move forward. And so as your intuition overrides this ego, you feel as though you're in this constant state of flow. Things are happening for you, not to you. You're able to provide the support that you need for others. You're able to realize some wonderful things about yourself, and you're really able to overcome some of these self-doubts, some of these anxieties, some of these irrational fears. You're able to talk back to that ego and say, you know, like, stop, that's not true, right? Talk back to that chatter, that story in that mind that just comes in so frequently. Maybe it will be coming in less frequently as a result of you kind of having your shift where you're into overdrive with your intuition. And so with this, I feel as though moving forward, you're going to be more in tune with others. You're going to be more in tune with yourself. You're going to be more in your flow, and you like it there. And so you're going to stay there more. And I feel with this, you are going to also recognize that you have come here with a divine mission, and it's important to complete that mission. And part of that is by staying in your intuition, you are able to live in your purpose. And so with this, carrying forward, you will feel that this is all purposeful and this is all meant to be. And so you're able to speak lovingly to others and speak your truth with others and speak kindly to others and be there for others in the way that they need to. And so that's a beautiful space for you. Overall advice for Taurus is the Four of Wands. Now, the word unity comes up. Again, this is a beautiful energy. I feel like just a nice coming together of being one with others this month. But that's what I really feel with this Four of Wands. You're going to be following your joy. You're going to feel inspired. And I feel like that's a wrap with those cycles that you've been repeating, really, really closing out cycles, big changes, big shifts, breaking out of these, this bondage that you've had from these past generations, right? And so you're going to be catapulted into a new space and time, a new direction where your dreams, this feeling of like your dreams are coming true, this new direction, spirits surrounding you, you are fully supported, and they will be sending you the people that you need to help you along your path. Beautiful energy. So I love this read for you, Taurus. As always, not all general readings can resonate for everybody, but take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up at my Square site, which is pinned in the description box here on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button while you're at it. And if you're interested in sharing this message with another fellow Taurus that is near and dear to your heart, please do so that they can benefit from the messages as well. As always, I'll be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.